Hey everybody, this is Justin from the Entertainment Outlet, and I'm here with Adam Gontier from Saint Asonia. Adam, how you doing today?
Good, man. Good. Very good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
So you guys just put out a new EP called Introvert,
Mhm.
and I was wondering, what was your decision to do an EP rather than, release a whole album? I mean, it's a great collection of songs, but the complaint I hear the most is I just wish there was more of it.
Yeah. No, I think just because the pandemic was so strange, and I mean, we had just put out a full length record too, not long before everything kind of got shut down. So I think for us, we were just we just wanted to slowly sort of ease ourselves back into it. I mean, I had a good feeling there'd be a lot of bands putting out stuff
For sure.
about the same time, and we have tons of material. So I don't know, instead of putting 14, 15 songs onto like one full length, it just felt right to put a few, put a smaller amount on one, and then most likely put another small amount on another one here shortly.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, it's a great set of songs. Do you have a favorite out of this little batch?
it's a tough one, man.
It's
I
like
mean,
picking a favorite kid.
kind of, yeah. I mean, we put a lot into these songs, and they all have their own story and stuff. I think for me, the fact that we got Johnny to guest on Chew Me Up,
Yep.
I was really excited, and I am really excited about that. So that one always stands out to me. If I hear, I'm listening to the songs. If I do, that one always stands out for sure. But I don't know. I feel pretty strongly about all of them, so it is tough to pick an actual favorite. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
Chew Me Up probably jumps out to me as my favorite. There's something about the chords in the chorus that they tug at the right strings when you're
right,
listening to
yeah,
it. It's a cool
that's
tune.
great. Cool, thanks, man.
What was behind your decision to cover Blinding Lights? I think when people expect you to cover a song, The Weeknd's probably not their first guess.
Yeah, I mean, doing a cover these days is pretty. Everybody seems to be doing covers all the time, and our record label had asked us if we wanted to do a cover or if we would, and yeah, I've done lots of covers in the past and taken some old like more classic songs and turned them into the newer, sort of heavier songs or whatever. But
Yep.
we just wanted to try something that was a little bit outside of the box, and yeah, outside of the genre. Something that people wouldn't necessarily expect. And that song's a really good. I mean, it's a great song, no matter who plays it or
Right.
sings it or whatever. It's just everything about it is so well done that it was pretty easy to put heavy guitars over it, and
Give it your own
so yeah,
spin.
just felt good when we tried it, so we did it
If I put you on the spot right now and you had to record a new cover right now, who would it
right
be?
now.
You have to record
Uh,
it today.
Record it today. That's a tough one. I'm not too sure. If the first thing that comes to mind is covering a Nine Inch Nails song.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know which one,
Right.
but I mean, there's
There's a lot of
so
good
many great
choices.
ones. Yeah, yeah. I
That would
think
be
yeah, it'd
cool.
be funny. Yeah, it'd be definitely a little different.
Right. So
Maybe a
just
Nirvana song as well.
there
Really
you go.
great song. Thought about that. Yeah.
So just recently, you and Brad and Matt from 3 Days Grace were all inducted into your high school Hall of Fame.
Mm.
So what was that like for you, being back at your high school and being on stage there with those guys? Had you seen those guys in the years since you left the band, or was this kind of your first interaction with them?
I had seen Brad a few times. We always sort of stayed in touch on and off. But I hadn't seen Matt since, I guess it would have been like roughly 10 years, since I left the band. So yeah, it was awesome seeing them. Yeah, it was cool. They're a small little town that we grew up in, a town of about 1,500 people. So
Yep.
For them to do that was pretty awesome. And yeah, it was great to see those guys and hang out a bit. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I think that it made a lot of fans happy to see you guys on stage together, and you
Right.
guys, still have that connection there.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, for sure. for
one
sure.
of the things I see people talk about is, do you think you guys could ever do a tour where it was Saint Asonia and 3 Days Grace out on the road together?
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. Anything's possible. I mean, we've all grown up quite a bit since, over the last 10 years.
Of course.
We've all got kids, and, life changes and people grow up and stuff. So, I mean, maybe, you never know. I
Yeah.
mean, definitely not going to say no. They're not going to say no. There's always a possibility, and yeah, it's definitely nice to be just chatting with those guys and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, we saw it recently with Killswitch Engage. They went out
right.
with Howard's band,
Hmm.
and so that was cool.
Like the torch,
Light the Torch, right?
right?
Yeah, so they just
Yeah,
did a tour together, and then Howard came out and sang a couple songs with Killswitch in the encore.
right. Oh, that's cool. Did
Well,
you go to that show?
I didn't. Somebody else from our site went
Okay.
to their show in New York and covered it,
Hmm.
but it looked like a fun night.
Yeah, I'll bet that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
So, you mentioned Johnny singing on "Chew Me Up," and
Hmm.
on the last album you had Sully on "The Hunted."
Hmm.
Are there any other artists out there that you would really love to do some sort of collaboration with?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's tons. There's so many great artists. I grew up listening to everything and everybody. So I mean, I love collaborating with anyone. Anybody. I actually was just talking to somebody about this. I Back in 2006, when we were recording 1X, we had the thought of, well, we asked Chino Moreno from the Deftones if
Yep.
he wanted to guest on one of the songs on 1X, and he actually got back and said that he was into it. So he was supposed to do a part on the song Riot,
Hmm.
and it never ended up happening for whatever reason. I think they were busy recording or something. We weren't very close, so that never happened. But working with Chino at some point would definitely be a dream come true.
Yeah.
Deftones are one of my favorite bands for sure of all time. I think he's just amazing. So yeah, something like that would be ideal for
Yeah,
sure.
that would be
For me,
cool. um, do you have any older songs that you haven't played in a while that you miss playing?
um, like older songs from that my days with 3 Days Grace.
I mean, from any point of your career, really. Just something you haven't touched in a while.
Yeah, you know what? One song that I always loved playing live was "Last to Know," and that was an old
Yeah,
3 Day song from Life Starts Now.
right.
And that one is one that I'd like to revisit again. There's a lot to it, sort of a lot of piano and
Yeah, I
different
remember it.
parts in that song. Yeah, so I mean that's one that I always really enjoyed playing. So yeah, maybe a song like that.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
So you guys have a couple of one-off dates this month, and then you've
Hmm.
got a European tour in the fall.
That's right. Yeah.
So what's coming next for the band? Can we expect something big in the U.S. at some point?
For sure, man. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is the plan. The plan
Yeah,
is to, we've basically just been, put out the new music, have a few one-off festival shows, and waiting on the right tour to come through that we can get on and go out
yep,
on the road and hit everywhere, in the U.S. That's definitely the plan. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully we're touring the U.S. later in the year,
okay,
maybe in the fall,
yep.
something like that
Well,
for
that'd
sure.
be very cool. I know fans are clamoring for it. I know.
We
I
are
mean,
too.
obviously, when it comes to the setbacks of the pandemic, this is small things, but it was, definitely heartbreaking
Mhm.
that you guys put out that album just before
Yeah.
that all went down, and you never really got to support it. I know a lot of people were looking forward to it.
Yeah, we had a pretty big tour booked with Bush and Breaking Benjamin and
Yeah,
Theory. It was, really looking forward to that, and then yeah, it just couldn't happen. So yeah, I mean, we're not the only ones that got screwed by the
of course.
by that, but yeah, so it was a bummer. But yeah, we'll be out soon enough for
Excellent.
sure. Yeah,
We're looking forward to it. Again, Introvert's the new EP. Been rocking it on repeat over here. So thanks for
nice.
taking some time to talk with us.
Of course, man. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, of course.